Hello, it's your boy, Programming Boss, coming to you live from the USA. Today we're learning how to get user input in our Java programs. Let's get started. First, open up Eclipse, the IDE that we installed in our last video. IDE stands for Integrated Developmental Environment. And from what I showed you in the last video in episode 1, click Use This as Default and I'll ask again so this stops popping up when we do our videos. And click Launch. While this loads, let's talk a little bit in depth what we're doing today. Oh, that's fast. Never mind. I don't think we have to talk in depth, since I already explained before what we're doing about user input. And we're going to add something to user input today called string concatenation. I can't pronounce it, but it's in the title, so you'll see it. So click on File, New, and Java project. Project name is going to be user input. Ooh, that's interesting. File project that name exists. Oh yeah, this is something important. If you have two projects with the same name, Eclipse won't let you use it. So we're gonna have to choose another title. User input 1. That's how this welcome page that sometimes comes up. Right click on source, because you won't see this. This is from my other project. Right click on source, that's what SRC stands for. Click on new and class. The name of this class is going to be main. That's a tradition in Java. One file is always named to main. And always click on this checkmark box, public static void main string args. Generate comments recommended from beginners. It'll just say who's the author basically. So probably something a feature that was added in. If it was meant to do collaboration, that kind of stuff. Finish. Click on main Java. And before we do Java user input, what we gotta do first is we gotta import something. This is a class. A class is a unit of code that's basic. And it has certain properties that's defined in the naming of that class. Let me explain. Some properties include accessibility, like this public keyword describes, or what it returns, like void, which means that it returns nothing. Sometimes classes can return stuff like integers, strings, that kind of stuff. Now it's time to get to the exciting part, the programming. This is where we start using our creativity, our brain power, where we pour all our energy in to produce something amazing. Today we are doing just that with our user input class. Take note. A class is, like I said, a basic unit, and the rest of the words in the class that describes these properties of the class, oh, that's kind of confusing to say, but the rest of these words we'll explain in another video for another day. But back to what we came to do here. User input. This is the first time where we actually have to import class from Java in order to do what we need to do. Within your console, not your console, your compiler, type in import java.utilscanner and then semicolon. You always need a semicolon. Oh, I'm missing a T there. I'm not missing a T, just having the wrong place. This class is going to be forming a scanner type so that you can use it in your user input variables. So let's get started. So type in the following first. Scanner input equals new scanner system.in semicolon. Now what this does is that it forms a variable which is the type scanner, data type scanner, and we know that this is a data type scanner because we just imported the classes for the scanner type. And system.in probably means, I'm not sure, if someone can go in the comments and tell me what it means, that'd be appreciated. But system.in means probably is that it takes something in, because the opposite of that, what we just discussed in the last variable, not variable, last video is system.out.print. So that was something printing out to the console, but system.in probably means printing inside the console, from my educated guess from the wording. And input is the name of our variable. New, that's just a common thing in there. New scanner, data type again. And now, before we take in something, let's run this and see what happens. So it has empty space. You can type in something, I think. I know that. But it's not letting me type in something. That's a problem. So we're going to have to fix that problem with some more code. So the reason why it's not letting you type in something is because, number one, you don't have this code, this program that I'm about to show you over here. Now this program that you're supposed to have over here is going to be string first name equals input.next dot. Now what that is that it takes your input variable, applies a command to it, next, and stores it inside a variable first name of the data type string. That's using our detective skills that we can deduce. And now, in order to allow the user to know what's happening, so that because to us, if we run this, nothing happens, but we know what to do. We can just type in something, and it stays there. But to the user, they have no idea what's happening, so they have to know. And we'll let them know by using this system.out.print line. And it automatically says args, and it puts a semicolon there, which is important. Notice all these semicolons. That's always something you gotta have in Java. That's something that is very neat. It's gonna be in a lot of your syntax problems. So system.out.print line, and then let's ask the question. Let's ask the user a question. So, what's your name? Space for the text that they're going to type in. And we have a problem here. Well, not really a problem, but it's a resource leak. It's not an error, so as to say, but it's something that could be better. So, we have to close this input. Close input. Close input. Or some code like that. If we do close, it'll show us. Hold up, this is another trick that you could use in Java. Or not. That must have just been close dot input. I know it's something with close, so someone can tell me in the comments what that is. I remember that's how you fix resource leaks like that in C. It says resource leak input is never closed. That's just something you have to do. Now, if we run this, which is just click and run main, the name for class, it says what's your name? We type in our name, and nothing happens. We want something to happen, don't we? That's usually how programs work. So this is where our second part of this video will come in. String concatenation. It's so weird to say. It's in the title, so you'll figure it out. System.out.print line, and remember, this is the print function. So in this print function, we're going to add phrases to our variable first name. To do that, you just do this. Hello, just for example. Hello, first name. Sorry, I didn't put an underscore. And remember the semicolon at the end. And let's add something else. Oh, remember, always have a space here if you don't want it to look weird. It'll look weird without a space. Just like how normal words have spaces in between them. Because this space means nothing. And strings are always in quotes. So they count this space. The one my cursor is going over. That space, not this space. And now let's not put a dot there, but add a string with a dot. And remember a space, because no, you don't need space for that, but you need a space after that. And it should say, how are you doing? And we'll put the beauty of this is that we can put a number scanner variable in order to ask the user the question, how are you doing? That's just the beauty of this, how you can keep going. It's like a survey almost. So let's keep going. System.out println hello plus first name. Let's see what this runs. What's your name? David Tekla. Hello David, how are you doing? Notice how it didn't print out my full name, David Tekla, and it only print out David. That's a bit weird. The reason why it does this is because first name is a string. And what that means is that it'll count the first word, and as soon as you see a space, it's just going to stop. That's how computers read things. Computers are the most stupid beings in the whole universe. That's a quote from somewhere I remember. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. So in order to get a new user input from here, we have to first define another scanner in, or we don't even have to do that. We could just do string and then state of affairs, I guess. State of affairs equals input dot next. Always have the input variable because what the scanner input does is that it stores whatever the user says into a variable called input that's of the class scanner data type, and system.in, remember, is that is requiring the user to input something instead of output. So you can model this code after this if that helps you. That certainly helps me. So then what our goal is to print out what they're doing, how they are doing in a statement. So how would we do that? Pause the video. I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Okay, did you pause the video? Here it is. System.out.println. Oh, so you are doing good? I'm not doing good. Doing, and then add that. Remember, add the space over there. This space. State of affairs. Oh, your variable should normally be short. I guess that was kind of a beginner mistake for me on my part, since my variable isn't short and now I have to type this whole thing out. And you can just type in for the lulz, you can just type in good. And whether they're saying bad, there are some limitations to this, where whether they're saying bad or good, you'll just say good, which is sometimes cruel if they say bad, or sometimes awesome when they say good. That's just for the lulz. Now let's run this. What's your name? David Tekla. Hello David, how are you doing? Oh, so you are doing Tekla? Good. Now that's a glitch. It printed that without waiting for me. That's not really a glitch, but that's an error in our program that we'll fix later. And I think that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed, and please smash that like button below if you truly enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if I helped you today. Good day.